Now, at the Meadowlands racetrack in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the best in the sport face off to be crowned as champions. 2 nights, 12 divisions, 1 goal. It all comes down to the Breeders' Crown.
Race 8 on gate. Here they come. They're off. It's My Show shoots out of Buckabed Hanover up on the far outside. By the Missile showing speed, and so is Ruthless Hanover flaunting his speed into the first turn. It's My Show. Ruthless Hanover up Buckabed Hanover swoops down with By the Missile, 4th on the inside. 7 Colors outsprinted 5th by 2. Then comes Vukafalis and South Beach Star. Coach Stefanos at the rear of the field with El Rey and Why Not Now. 2 wide, some fireworks early here. Ruthless Hanover, elimination order. He is 7-1, 26 flat, a torrid fraction. Here comes a Buckabed Hanover working hard early for Dexter Dunn. A Buckabed Hanover. He's going to surge to command. Ruthless Hanover now back in the 2nd spot. It's My Show is 3rd. By the Missile off the speed in 4th. 7 Colors on the inside, 5th, then it's Vukafalis, followed by El Rey on the inside. And then it's South Beach Star and Why Not Now shooting a gap. Coach Stefanos trails the half, 53-2, 27-2 for a Buckabed Hanover, has the target on his back now. By the Missile has to do it first over. Ruthless Hanover locked in the box with 3/8 remaining. Up second over there is 7 Colors. Now 4th and looming large. A shuffle for It's My Show. He's 5th on the inside. Vukafalis 3rd over. Needs to fan out right now. At 3/4, it's a Buckabed Hanover, and By the Missile lets him have it. 3/4, 1:21 and 1 in the stretch of the Breeders' Crown. It's a Buckabed Hanover. Ruthless Hanover has room to skim on through. Slingshotting off cover. 7 Colors looks for the upset. By the Missile in between horses in deep stretch and on the far outside. It's a big rally coming from Coach Stefanos. Coach Stefanos from out of nowhere with a monumental upset. Then 7 Colors. Then Ruthless Hanover. 48-3.
Wow, where did that come from?
Indiana.
Another
That's where that came from.
the
Indiana.
Clouds winner. Emily, and you can hear the cheering from Indiana for that one.
Irv Miller, the trainer of Coach Stefanos. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Yep,
all right.
after a guy that coaches one of the owner's kids.
All right, so Coach Stefanos wins the open pace. Now, all year long, this horse has been banging heads with some of the best in the division. You've had limited success from a win point of view, but you felt confident coming into the Breeders' Crown?
Well, he raced really good last week. That helped. He'd raced good to start before at Indiana, a big mile. So I thought, and scope good. The horse seemed good and healthy, so I thought we had a pretty good shot coming in last week. But you never know. When he's one of those closers, things got to go your way in the race.
So they go to the half and 53 in a piece, so at least you were feeling pretty good at that point.
Smiling then, but when you're still sitting last around the last turn, it's pretty tough.
So did you think that your horse had this kind of close in him? Because it really was exceptional.
What's that?
Did you think he had this kind of close in him? I mean, it was clearly remarkable.
Right. If you look at his lines, he's closed 25-1 several times, so he can really get home. He's a good horse on the end of it.
Is he a little more versatile than what we saw tonight? Is he necessarily just a horse off a helmet, or can he win on the front end?
He can win on the front end too, but the problem has been we've been drawing outside every start. Like we've had maybe the 2 or 3 hole 1 out of 8 starts or something. He just doesn't draw in ever.
Is there anything to racing out in the Midwest rather than here? Do you prefer keeping him there, or is that just because it's home?
Yeah, it's home for us out there. That's the main reason he stayed here. He was here early. I think he went early in the season here in 47. So.
Well, congratulations, Irv. Coach Stefanos, what a great mile. We're going to bring in James MacDonald, who authored the victory here for you tonight.
Thanks.
James, come on in.
How we doing, Dave?
Good to see you again.
Yeah, great to be
Getting to see an awful lot of you. Meadowlands pace, 2 Breeders' Crown wins. This winning at the Meadowlands ain't nothing to it.
I don't know about that. This is a special group of drivers, a special place to race for sure. So we got a great driving colony up at Mohawk, some of the best in the world, I think, and it just shows sometimes when you come down here, if we get on the right horses, we can do some damage. So just really proud. Herv asked me to drive the big fella again, and it worked out.
Now I understand 53-2. You were probably very happy. But at 3/4, James, you're still sitting last. How did you do this?
I just told Jess, I was having a little conversation with myself in my head there. I just said, don't panic. I know you're in a bad spot, but this horse gets home like a freight train, and they're gonna come back to you. So I said to Irv when I come off the track, I said, I know you were looking for 5th over 10th on the outside in the last turn, weren't you? He kind of chuckled, but that's the kind of horse he is. He some days, it's going to work out for him. Luckily tonight was his night, and on other days he might let some bettors down as favorite, but tonight just a big time finishing kick, and nothing's better than 10th to 1st in any race, let alone the Breeders' Crown.
Well, I did forget to bring my high-powered telescope, so I didn't see you at the top of the stretch. So indeed, you were 5th over, and then when did you tip in the stretch?
Just when we come off the turn, I just kind of rode out with the flow and come off Dave's back, and he just jumped forward, and then I said, oh, maybe, and they started to kind of come back to him, and then sometimes them closers, when they start to go by a couple, they get rolling and they get the wheels moving, and halfway down the lane I kicked the plugs, and he gave me another little surge, and then it was just pushing him to the wire and praying he got there.
What a year it's been for driver James MacDonald. The defending Canadian Driver of the Year wins his 2nd Breeders' Crown Championship with Coach Stefanos in the open pace. Congratulations, James.
Thanks for having me, Dave.